So now we're going to go ahead and throw it back over here. Zara, Shuza, and Ashin going to go ahead and jump back into this next game of the night. I think they're here, or they will be in just a moment. If not, they'll be stuck with me for a second or two. But we are going to go ahead and see if we can get this game underway between Overhyped and Vandal Gaming. I'm going to go ahead and put this on your screen. We weren't prepared for this match, so bear with me as we go ahead and switch the scenes up a bit here and have to type some stuff in manually. They're actually not here just yet, so we're going to have to go ahead and you guys will be stuck with me for just a couple moments as we get them into this call. For some reason, Skype has been acting a little bit iffy tonight. And for some reason as well, Zara Shuza loves his Skype significantly more than any other voice program, even though it has the most issues in the world. But while that's on the stream, we'll go ahead and work on getting in this conversation here with the two guys, Zara and Ashin. But until then, I'm here, and we'll solo cast this one a little bit. Maybe a little bit of an invade, possibly coming in from VG. It is 1-1 in the series. Overhyped took game 1, Vandal Gaming shooting back. And it's actually an interesting dynamic to them actually winning game 2, simply due to the fact that Overhyped has been doing so well recently in their scrims and their games that the fact that they actually lost a game here to Vandal Gaming could show a bit of weakness here, or maybe kind of put them on tilt a tad. Maybe, maybe not. And something else to mention too, a Strange Charm is the AD carry for Overhyped, is a substitute. So this is his first week of professional play, or excuse me, semi-professional play with Overhyped. And we'll have to see how he has adapted to the team. And we'll get this on stream. So, again, for some reason we are having some issues trying to get these guys into this call. And join. There we go. Here we go. I think we got him now, right?
I think so. All right, guys, here we go. Back once again for a third game of the evening, but we're in a different series now. This is actually game 3 of this ongoing series between Overhyped over here on the blue side versus Vandal Gaming over here on the red side. And this is going to determine which one of these two teams is going to move on to the semifinals. Once again, guys, my name is Zara Shuza, doing the play-by-play casting for this game. And Ashin is joining me once again for the analysis.
Hello again. Nice to see you all. Let's get back to this. Ooh, that's a lot of kind of damage onto the Kog'Maw, though.
Yeah, so we didn't have a lot of time. We didn't really get to cover the picks and bans, the champion select, but we can kind of run through these compositions real quick here. So we have a bit of magic damage and a bit of poke, a bit of snipe potential here over on the blue side from Overhyped, and we have a bit more of a front line and a late game AP Kog'Maw coming out from Vandal Gaming over here on the red side. So Ashin, anything you want to say about these two teams here?
I think the poke is actually stronger on Vandal Gaming. You have Kog'Maw and Corki, who both kind of specialize in long-distance fighting, so they can always back up the jumping Jarvan or the jumping Maokai. So no matter what, they can always put their damage while being very safe, so they don't have to they don't have to be next to the Vladimir or the Echo or even the Nautilus. They'll just be safe doing their own thing and giving a little bit of poke damage. So it's a very safe composition from Vandal Gaming, while the Overhyped team is kind of a more engage-oriented composition. You have the Nautilus, you have the Ashe, you have the Varus, a lot of long-range initiation.
Yeah, this is the Nautilus the second Nautilus we've seen for the evening. This time he's in the support role.
Yeah, and I'm very eager to see how it'll kind of differentiate the play, if it'll be more of a I'm just going to ult you and occasionally hook into you, I'm not really going for the damage, or if he's just going to kind of go just completely in. Oh, there's a little bit of a gank happening in the bot lane. Nothing too much, though. Valkyrie needs it out.
Yeah, the Echo Bubble there from CR, not able to find a stun there. Does put the fear into that bottom lane, but they won't be scared for too long here. Echo's going to possibly try to make a return gank. There is a ward down, though. He's working on that Scuttle Crab right now in the river.
He's making his way up to mid lane, maybe. No, or Raptors. Yeah, it's a smarter play to go for Raptors. Just kind of farm up right now. You're not really high enough level to do the damage at the KO a Ghost Flash Kog'Maw.
Really close death sentence there from Primari in the bot lane. Doesn't find a heist, though. That's two hook, base supports here in the bottom lane, trying to see which one can out-hook the other here and try to be able to trade a bit more damage in this bottom lane. Primari's playing aggressive. Oh, he looks for the Ashe, but he does not get it. Strange
He'd be
Charm
punished.
dodging that
He'd be
one.
punished right
He's
now.
going to get rooted here. Slowed as well from the Nautilus. Gets pulled back in. The Ignite goes down into Ashe rather early here. We're trying to tear down Ashe with that true damage here. Corki tearing away with that Gatling gun as well, but Primari still taking a lot of damage. He tries to flay away, but up at the top lane here, Impaled's getting ganked by the Jarvan. 2K Champion comes in. He flashes. The auto attack, the red buff is not enough to kill him, and Impaled is going to survive.
He recognized when his flash, when his pool was gonna come up. They both did, and he just.
Ooh, Ignite on the Primari now. Here's the depth chart, the death sentence coming out from
Oh, the heal!
the heal, the death. CR comes in, kills the Thresh there. Really close calls all around in this bottom lane here. Corki's gonna survive, but that's first blood for Overhyped on the blue side.
You can definitely tell that the junglers are going to be the playmakers of this game. They're going to be kind of setting things up. They're going to be kind of setting the pace of the game, as you saw in the top lane with Impaled, having to flash away from the predicted flag toss, which is very impressive. And you also have the Echo CR coming in bot lane to help secure the kill, and actually actually took the kill. I thought that Strange Charm got it, but unfortunately, with a heal coming in, a little bit more defensive runes, CR had to come take the kill just to make sure he was confirmed.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure it doesn't go to waste here. Putting that gold on the Echo as well, definitely not a bad idea. Let's see if he goes for the Runeglaive or the Cinderhulk build. He has a Ruby Crystal, so I'm thinking he's leaning towards the Cinderhulk build on this Echo here.
Tanky Echo hasn't really been seen that often, but Cinderhulk is never something to kind of scoff at. You get so much bonus health, and you still do a lot of damage while being tanky. And with the mobility of CR, he'll be running around, kind of peeling, doing damage, just jumping on the carries in the back line. He's going to be a major threat with that total health.
Exactly. And Echo doesn't need to build a ton of damage for his team anyway. We still have Ashe, who's going to have a decent amount of damage. She's a bit more of a utility AD carry, but still has a lot of damage behind her. We have Mark Boots on that Varus mid, who's going to be tossing out those piercing arrows. We have Impaled, who's going to toss down that Hemoplague. Tons of AoE magic damage here, and the bonus damage coming out from Vladimir as well. So CR can build tanky and still do enough damage with his Z-Drive Resonance, his passive, and just the bonus AP that he has on his own. He does not need to build damage to still be a great asset for his team. And being tanky will let him proc that passive even more. So it's possibly a Cinderhulk here for CR on Echo, but we'll have to wait and see what he's going for here. And meanwhile, we're seeing a similar thing we saw last game. Both these mid laners here are trying to stack those tiers up.
Tier has been a very large thing for a lot of the mid laners currently.
Speaking of mid laners, the Flash pulls him on a tower. Marzom going very, very deep. The barrier pops. Can we kill the Mark Boots? No, we cannot. Tower shot. Piercing arrow. Will it kill him? No. So very, very close. The Maokai gets away. A close call, but Mark Boots outplaying that very, very well.
Mark Boots has no more summoner spells. I can definitely see Chatban kind of running in to get some
Primari getting hooked in once again here. A heist goes in. CR as well. There's the stun bubble from Echo. CR gets another kill for himself. That's a 2-0 Echo here, and 2-0 for Overhyped.
Echo is just making these plays. I'm very... Oh, and top lane again. Marzom is just going on Impaled.
Marzom back after recalling back to base. He was so very low, dodging that piercing arrow mid lane. Already back up into this top lane here.
Ooh. Chatban's kind of being a little bit sneaky, taking some gromps, but he
Steals
might
a
get caught out there.
Gets caught by a heist. Here comes Paratem as well to back up his Jarvan friend here. And now the invading jungle team here of Overhyped need to get out of this situation.
Oh, that was his gromp. Never mind.
Yeah, it's his own gromp. we're so turned around after the last game. The chaos that was the last game. This feels too slow for us. We're like trying to adjust to the not constant bloodbath that is this game.
There's still a lot of fights happening, though. We have to give credit for that. There's a lot of pressure, and that's what I love to see. I love to see teams push their lead, push their luck, take necessary risks, because that is how you get ahead in games. That's kind of how you push your lead, get yourself into a good position.
I have to say, not to give him a hard time, but Primari so far not landing too many death sentences in this bottom lane. He might want to opt to try to go forward and use a Flay first to try to slow and displace them, thus giving you an easier hook, or maybe just pick a different champion that isn't so skill shot reliant. I'm not trying to be too rude here, but so far Primari keeps getting turned around every time he walks forward for a hook, and a Heist has the easier to land hook with that giant anchor from Nautilus.
Let's wait until late game. I'm just waiting for you to hear words at late game.
Let's wait till and I hope I do. I hope Primari does well. I want to see a close game out of these teams, but I'm just saying, so far in this bottom lane, nothing too impressive from Pressure. The Lantern, the Ash Arrow, the Depth Charge, the Echo, he gets out from the Lantern, the Valkyrie, they burn so much for that, and Corky gets out alive.
That's why he picked Thresh. You don't appear me. But he's there always prepared him, right there, as you can tell. Just
if
don't
not
get hooked.
layering the crowd control quite well enough here from the bottom lane of Overhyped here with the Ash Arrow and the Death Charge combo, maybe a little bit too fast. We could have let the Ash Arrow wear off, then the Death Charge. That would have given CR enough time to have that bubble land to get that stun off. So that could have been a kill on a Paratum, but still very, very well played there by Primari, who I was just giving him a bit of flack a minute ago. So
it's really hard to kind of like line up CC that well, and it takes a lot of communication. So maybe they just weren't communicating it that properly. Just like, oh, we caught him quickly, hit him before he can lantern, and they didn't kind of space it out long enough. But if you space it out too long, sometimes he can just quickly take the lantern.
absolutely, yep.
Oh, but they might be kind of going for CR right now.
Nice red ward there. CR is in vision. He has Chrono Break available. So let's see if he goes for a Dragon Steel here. If Vandal wants to start this Dragon off here on the red side. Marzom now doing a bit of damage to Impale, trading back and forth here. The top lane fairly even so far. Impaled in a bit of a lead there. And that's an easy Dragon there. While Overhyped has their back turned.
This could just be the game about objectives right now. I'd be very interested to see Vandal Gaming just take all the objectives and just kind of slowly get themselves back in there. Right now, the Overhyped is in a good situation. They're pretty hyped up right now.
Yeah, Overhyped playing the bit of a slower game, or the more, I'd say, aggressive game, pardon me, while Vandal trying to play a bit more slow pace, going for the controlled game here, going for the objectives, not taking too many risks here, keeping their 80 carry alive during that gank, and the insane crowd control coming out of Overhyped here, so...
I think Overhyped's playing properly, though. They really cannot let Vandal Gaming get to the late game. If they get...
Oh, gets 2K chat ban! The flash comes out from the Jarvan here. Impaled, taking a lot of tower shots. He wants to play so aggressive up here in this top lane. But as we've seen from the past from Impaled, he has been a monster of a top laner. And he definitely knows what he's doing up in there. And he's one of our NGG veterans who's been around for a while. So,
and he's really showing it. He's showing how much pressure he can put on and top lane alone. He's winning the CS lead right now. He's showing all his little. He's like flexing all his muscles, saying, "Yeah, I'm a top laner. I'm
a top laner. I throw blood around." Wait. Mars on the tree here, trying to hold his tower. The sapling, the arcane smash to clear the way, but Impaled poking him through under the tower there. Marzom cannot stay far enough away to avoid that poke. But Maokai does have teleport available, so does Impaled. So let's see if he can get back in time to save his tower from this Vladimir here.
Well, it looks like he will. Actually, I think Impaled's looking to go back and maybe purchase his Woda. It's always nice to get that Will of the Ancients currently, especially at the 12-minute marker, where you can really flex their muscles. There we go.
Yeah, he should definitely have enough gold for that here. So he does have that finish. Grabs himself a cloth armor as well to try to block some of that. Working for the hourglass. Yeah, nice little bit of early game armor for the Corki. And the Jarvan here. Valkyrie being burned by Paratum takes a lot of damage from the Nautilus. And CR, once again, hanging out in this bottom lane.
He is really putting a lot of pressure in that bot lane. He's not letting them...
Oh, the flash! The death charge on the Corki, but also in the mid lane here, Primari has roamed the chain of corruption, but he lands the hook! I'm eating my words! Mark Boots does get one kill, though, but down goes Mark Boots. IVR also taking that tower there for a bit.
But look at bottom lane.
Bottom lane as well, going in favor of Overhyped here. They got 2 kills out of they got 2 kills out of that one. The support was in the mid lane, but they did kill Paratum with that flash depth charge and the chase in that bottom lane. But this should be the first tower of the game going down for Vandal in the mid lane.
They're also stealing that blue buff again from Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw desperately needs that blue buff to compete in the mid game trades before he has like his fully stacked tier of the goddess.
And like you said here, Overhyped cannot afford to let Vandal get into the safe late game with that Kog'Maw. So they're trying to deny him the blue buffs, trying to deny him any sort of power spikes he's getting. He's still farming very, very well, and he's well on his way to that Ludens. He's almost level 11 as well. So when we see that, we're going to see a huge power spike coming out of this Kog'Maw here. But denying him those blue buffs is essential to trying to delay that as long as you can.
Exactly. Normally, you'd probably be able to actually have a siege at level 11, but now you have to wait for your blue buff to come right back up again.
CR getting a bit fancy there, using the phase dive for the ward kill.
Got to get your Raptor value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh. Purium should watch out. They're kind of all starting to rotate bottom side, but he has vision. He kind of sees them rotating around, so he's just going to leave. He's going to
this Corki has had a rough time so far. He keeps getting everything thrown at him at once. Uses the Valkyrie to get away. We are fighting in this jungle, though. Bit strange. We're going all in on the Kog'Maw here, folks. IVR taking a lot of damage. Down he goes to the support. A Heist gets the kill. Echo's in the middle of the team. He still has the Chrono Break available. A Heist is very low. He grabs Paratum. The Chain of Corruption goes down as well. The Piercing Arrows. That's Overhyped dominating that fight. That's a 3-for-1 trade. Only the support goes down for them. And meanwhile, the top lane's still in favor of Overhyped as well.
A 3-for-1. Overhyped is just controlling the map. They aren't letting them even have any of their late game potential. They're oh wow.
Oh, the Hemo Plague, the flash from Marzum, the flash from Impaled. He's gonna kill him. The twisted advance to try to avoid it. The Vengeful Maelstrom, and there is the lifesteal there coming out of Vladimir. He's gonna kill him, and Overhyped to get a tower as well.
So 4-for-1. Overhyped is just completely taking control of this game.
And they have to. They don't have the late game to be able to fight against that Kog'Maw. And really, I mean, the Kog'Maw is the majority of the late game for Vandal. I mean, what other security does Vandal have in this late game? They have the tanky Maokai. They have the nice CC coming out of the Jarvan as well. But Jarvan
not
went
quite tanky
simple.
yet, though. Impale's kind of making sure of that.
Oh, absolutely. And you see Marzom wants to go for that Righteous Glory Rush, but he has to buy a Spectre's Cowl early on to just try to survive a bit longer against Impaled, who's still going to dive him and get a kill on him. So Overhyped, definitely in a good spot right now. They're definitely running this game the way they want to right now. Once again, guys, this is game 3 of a best-of-3 series between these two teams. We did not stream their first 2 games. We had Code Luke giving us updates via Twitter and messaging us as well, letting us know what was going on. And both these teams are 1-for-1. The team that wins this game is going on to the semifinals. So a lot is on the line for these teams, and Overhyped want to play their style. They want to play nice and fast and aggressive here.
And it's working for them. They're not getting punished. In fact, they're actually punishing the slow team, which is always nice to see. Uh-oh.
Asher,
the Ash Arrow.
Paratum, tower shots hitting the minions, but the tower minions getting cleared now. Paratum, there's the Lantern, but here comes CR to flood him off. The Time Wander, there's the stun as well. The Z-Drive Resonance taken away, and down he goes to the AD carry of Strange Charm, who started that one off. Now a Heist still chasing the Piercing Arrow onto Primari, who drops the box. He dodges the hook, but not the ulti from the Nautilus there. The Piercing Arrow does not connect. Here comes Kog'Maw. He has the Luden's Echo, and he is level 11, so he's going to be dropping a lot of living artillery right now. But again, Overhyped. That was a coordinated play there. That was a nice cutoff by CR.
Exactly. They had a completely set up. The bubble to stun from CR, along with the Lantern. It was a great play, and now they're taking Dragon for it, and they're still pressuring top lane. They're not letting any member of Vandal Gaming even take a chance to breathe.
Corki did finish that Trinity Force. Impale now on the run. There's the Sanguine Pool, but there's a nice hook from Primari. The Ignite goes down from Primari onto Impale. Marzom kills him. A Heist is going to go down, but he goes all in first. Here comes CR. He's going to go down to Echo Bubble, but 2K Chatman coming around. This could be the turnaround for Vandal Gaming here. Mark Boots tossing out the Piercing Arrow to try to disengage that one. And Vandal Gaming can't get any more off of that, but they did get a nice shutdown on Impaled up at the top lane.
Vandal Gaming is slowly starting to come back. They're making some
Chain of Corruption
really nice
goes out.
plays.
It's gonna miss. Here comes the Marzom and Primari crew coming in. The flash play, the point blank hook on the Mark Boots. We want Mark Boots dead. Down he goes. IVR gets the kill for that one. That's gonna help out that Kog'Maw a lot now. 3-1. Vandal Gaming are still in this one, folks. This is gonna be one hell of a game.
And they have the late game. If they can just keep on holding on, keep getting picks, they'll keep coming back slowly until they can make plays favoring themselves, and they don't have to worry about reacting anymore. Once that is the case, you know that Vandal Gaming has the lead, and they are going to push it. Taking a nice few wards out. I like that. He kind of set up himself a little escape route after taking that pink ward. Nice play there.
Yeah, nice little bit of preemptive play there. Again, doesn't know exactly who's going to be around the corner. Doesn't know if there's going to be an Asher on his way any second for Echo to suddenly dive in onto him. So 2K Japan Playing very, very well so far. All of Vandal Gaming hanging on to this one despite the early aggression coming out.
He got his blue buff.
And Ivier finally has his blue buff, and he has 3 kills. The Luden's Echo finished. But remember, the AP items have been reworked this patch, so needlessly large rod is only 1250 gold instead of that 1600 as before. Doesn't give quite as much AP as before, but still a massive item. Ash Arrow going in. We're going under the tower for Ivier. Ash wants to maybe take the tower, maybe a bit too early here from a Strange Charm, but that is going to pressure him off.
Now that's probably their most safe way of engaging, and it's completely down right now. They could be completely poked out of their siege right now. Ooh, but looks like Impaled's kind of pushing up top lane, and they're all rotating to take that top turret.
Scar there as well. A heist already on the way. He's waiting to intercept Vandal Gaming from rotating here. Already 3 towers in favor of Overhyped. They want a 4th. There's the sapling. A heist is getting a pick. There's the death charge. Interrupts the Lancer from Paratum. Gets out of that one. Now here comes the Jarvan. A heist is caught in the middle of this one. The red turret goes down for CR and Overhyped. Here comes the Hemoplague down onto 4 members here of Vandal Gaming. The Hemoplague is popped. Not too much damage there was gained from that. The piercing arrow is still coming out though. Ivier is still at full health though. Has the blue buff dropping those living artilleries. But all in all, the tower goes to Overhyped, and they get out safely.
Are they going to pressure Baron? They might. No, okay, that's a little too risky of a play. I'm a little too eager to see that kind of like.
Yeah, we're still too used to the last series with everybody just going for everything immediately and no hesitation. So yeah, they are going to hold off on that Baron for the time being, but still, that was a clean play there from Overhyped. Nice piercing arrow still coming down from Mark Boost.
Oh no. Oh.
Jarvan's going in. He gets the Cataclysm onto a heist, flashes out of it. 2K Chapman in the best spot, forced to flash out. CR goes in now. He has Chrono Break. He uses it. Marzon takes the damage, but the hook onto CR after the Chrono Break. Prime Mari making me eat my words right now.
He's a little too
Getting
far up.
absolutely in the face. This is that one. Down goes Prime Mari. The Ash Arrow's back up, starting it all over again. Chain of Corruption, the chain, crowd control onto Ivier. That's a double kill for Impaled on the Vladimir. Overhyped still in the lead of this one. That was a nice layering of crowd control there by Overhyped, and we're sieging mid lane once again.
Vandal Gaming is getting a little too hyped up right now. They need to kind of take a step back and realize what their advantages are. They realize that they're a poke composition and not a team fight composition like Overhyped is. And unfortunately, Primary kind of took a little too far up and got punished for that.
Would you go as far as to say that Vandal Gaming is getting overhyped? You guys can't see this, but Ashin just face-palmed. You can't see this on stream right now. He just face-palmed.
Instantly, it was like, oh no. Oh, it was coming. It was coming. You know what? I'll give that one to you though. It wasn't that bad. It was set up pretty well.
You set it up exactly. You said they were getting too hyped up. That's practically overhyped. They're against overhyped.
It's true. It's true.
I'm just helping you out, man. You gave me a setup. I don't want to leave you hanging.
Thank you for that. But
anytime, no problem.
Let's stop the puns. And let's try and figure out how Vandal Gaming can kind of get back into their swing of things, get themselves safe. It's 22 minutes in, and they're up by 6k gold, almost 6k gold. So Vandal really needs to get some defensive wards, clear their jungle out.
Oh, Suki Jetpack getting pulled in by a high CR on the chase as well. There's the Echo Bubble, nice flag combo there. The Dragonlance getting him out of the way of that one. Jarvan will survive for the time being. That's a Cinder Hulk Jarvan as well, as we mentioned earlier. He's very, very tanky, able to help support Marzom here, who isn't quite able to finish a full item yet. He's kind of building like 3 things at once right now. He's got a Spectre's Cowl, he's got a Warden's Veil as well, he's got that Catalyst sitting there for the Righteous Glory too. So hopefully Marzom can finish an item soon, and that should give Vandal Gaming a big boon to try to get themselves into late game to let this Kog'Maw start rolling.
Completely agree. Yeah, I actually like how Ivier does not have any boots. I just want to point out that real fast. He's completely walking on his tiny little void feet. And it's kind of working for him. He's not the one getting caught out. He's doing a lot of damage from the backline, and that's what he needs to do. If they can, if Overhyped can kind of abuse them for that lack of mobility, great. But if they can get away with that and have that extra little bit of damage, it's one of the steps they need to kind of come back to this game.
Yeah, absolutely here. Now Overhyped grabbing their second dragon of the game. That's going to give them that bonus damage to towers and structures here. The Kog'Maw living artillery is coming down, scouting that jungle. And as we mentioned, Ivy are doing an excellent job positioning so far this game. Took the Ghost Flash as well, so he's able to hold off on those boots for the time being. If he gets in a bad spot, he could Ghost out, and if he has Flash up, he can Flash out as well. But so far, Overhyped haven't really been able to get to him here. They're focusing a lot of their focus on the really aggressive bottom limit of Primari and Paratum here.
Ooh. The poke
And
team's
now-
starting to get out-poked. The Varus is just such a strong pick right now with his piercing arrow.
Yeah, he's off to the side here, reminiscent of some old Season 1, Season 2 Nidalee play here. Varus off to the side, tossing out some arrows here.
Consistently landing them, too.
Behind the wall while the rest of the team is
Ooh.
working on the tower. CR trying to find his way around as well. There's the hook,
Oh.
not going to land, but CR wants to
What?
go in. Phase dives the ward. Primari taking a lot of damage, forced to flash out. That Z-Drive Resonance would have done a lot of damage to him here.
They have to
Look
give
at
that
the
up.
support Echo build here. He's got Locket of the Iron Solari here, Sightstone and Cinderhulk, still doing tons of damage, still forcing flashes on his own here.
CR has been performing amazingly on Echo this game. From the early game ganks to the mid game pressure and the late game, well, still mid game technically, the mid game pressuring of flashes, of kills, securing of objectives. He's performing amazingly. But at the same time, Impaled practically took 2 turrets on his own. He's been flexing his muscles the entire game.
Yeah, highest CS in the game right now, 209, 3 kills, 1 death here. He does have the most
Oh,
golden game
no.
right now. Asher onto the Kog'Maw. That's not who you want to get hit. He can't even use his ability. Down goes Ivy here. Now Marzom trying to go in. He goes down as well. It's a double kill for the bottom here. Now on the run is Overhyped.
Uh-oh.
A heist
Uh-oh.
goes down.
No.
Here goes Vandal. Vandal will try to turn this one around. It's a 3 for 1 so far. The driver gets a shutdown. Lots of damage. Paratum gets a double kill for himself. Can Vandal turn this one around? They've completely swapped positions now. CR and Impaled behind the red team running towards the blue team base. Where are they going to go? Let's smite the
I
Scuttle
think they can
Crab.
fight this. I think they can fight this.
Could try to fight this. Their Time Warner is down. CR on the chase here. They're going to back off of this one here and go back to their respective sides. But that was a chaotic fight, but pretty good for Vandal, I'd say.
It was an even 3-for-3 trade. They got killing sprees. They kept their main AD carry alive, causing him to do damage the entire fight. But at the same time, Overhyped did everything right. They singled out one of the main sources of damage, one of the squishy targets, but they still kind of went a little too far. They got caught out. And in the end, it was a 3-for-3. So I'm still going to say advantage over to Vandal Gaming, and they're starting to come back into this game. Slowly but surely.
Strange Charm has been on point with these Ash arrows. He's been landing every single crystalline arrow on Ivy for the most part. He hasn't had to use them to disengage for himself. He's using them only for offensive engagement onto that Kog'Maw. That is the prime target that Overhyped needs to take down every single time. And they keep going for it too, and it keeps, for the most part, working for them.
And that's how you can tell an excellent Ashe player from a pretty good Ashe player, when you always use your Ashe arrow to engage good fights. And it was a good fight.
Just lasting perhaps a little too long here for Overhyped. A solid pick for themselves, but not wanting to go too deep.
There we
Another
go
Ash
again. There we
onto
go again.
Ivy. We just mentioned it.
I've
Ivy
got 5.
flashes out this time, though. This time, Vandal can turn this one around. Nice hook onto CR here. The Hemo Plague, the AoE from Overhyped is simply monstrous. Down goes a heist. Primari's already dead for a while now. A double kill there for the Ashe. That's a 3-for-1 trade. The Kog'Maw survived, but the rest of Vandal's in shambles now. And we're working on the middle inhib.
The AoE is just disgusting with this added Hemoplague damage. They can just annihilate even the tankiest of champions. They completely shredded Maokai, and they completely shredded 2K Chapan on Jarvan.
You fought the AoE team comp with the Vladimir in a choke point, and that is what happens. The Hemoplague able to hit the entire 5-man team, except for IVR, who was long gone, just trying to run for his life and stay alive at this point. Even though he has the Seraph's Embrace finish, no amount of shielding is going to help him when a point-blank Ash arrow hits you and the entire 5-man team Overhyped dives onto your face. So IVR was out of the fight already. The rest of Vandal tried to turn this one around, and just the chaos that is the Hemoplague and the AoE from Echo's Chrono Break. Mark Boots is launching the piercing arrows through all of them. Strange Charm firing out the volleys as well, and a Heist who does a good amount of damage even as a support. Support Nautilus has a good amount of ambient AoE damage just by being in the fight.
Exactly, his kind of his passive overtime damage, his CC just from auto attacking people, Just having him on your team adds so much CC and so much to your team composition. You cannot underestimate a Heist right now playing on Nautilus. Uh-oh. Marzom's a little bit out of position
Possibly
right
a pick for Marzom, but is he going to bait? There's the nice hook on a CR here. The rest of Vandal hiding in the bush. The chrono break possibly a bit too early from CR, but a Heist. There's the Astro is going to whiff this time. A Heist is going to go down. Vandal have a fight in their favor for once. CR now taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't have chrono break. He's taking a lot of damage. He phase dives out. He flashes as well. Gets out of that fight alive. Unbelievable here, but Overhyped want to see if they can get a kill out of this one. That was a 1-for-0 in favor of Vandal. Vandal going in, the flash engage, the flan to a strange charm, the point blank hook. That's the Ash, the 80 carry in the front line. Down she goes, 2-for-2. 1-for-3 so far, still in favor of Vandal. The Kog'Maw goes down, but we're diving onto the Vladimir here. The Hourglass, we're gonna wait under the tower for him. Down he goes to the Corki. He gets a shutdown for himself. Echo, the only one left alive. That's a 4-for-2 in favor of Vandal. They're looking towards Baron.
I think it's a very risky play with CR. Very tanky. He's coming up. And he just used Smite.
And they're going for it.
Oh, no. He just used Smite. He does not have a way to clear it. But they're
Echo
also really low. Any
Echo
kind of
does
form.
not have Smite, but he will have Smite available. CR on the way. The Vengeful Maelstrom taking a lot of the damage. Paratum is at full health.
Oh,
Here
no.
comes the Time Winder. 2K Chatman, watch out. He's so very low. A Heist goes for the hook onto 2K Chatman. The support will kill him on his own. The Ignite taken away. The support kills him. Marsom on the way now. A Heist is chasing him down. There's the flash of the Maokai, but the Righteous Glory chases him. The hook again from a Heist. Incredible support play. Marsom's still alive. He's diving again, but down he goes. Meanwhile, the middle inhibitor is still down for Vandal. IVR forced to stay in base to clear that one. And Overhyped are going to try to take this Baron now.
Oh no, the multiple Baron attempts. I can see it now already. Oh, it's only Pyramid though. Can the Thresh do it on his own? Let's see.
Let's see if Overhyped can throw the other throw. That sentence did not make any sense whatsoever, but
It was
multiple Baron attempts. Chain Baron attempts here. The hook from Thresh. He cannot steal it. CR secures that one.
Oh, no.
There's the Asher. Narrowly misses, but the hook does not. A Heist is on point. Where did Kog'Maw go? Down he goes. The Acathian Surprise now going in onto a Strange Charm. Gets some damage, but a Strange Charm is alive. Overhyped survived that one. Look how low a Heist is right now.
Just Overhyped, how low Overhyped is. They've been constantly changing damage. They've been swapping damage sources. They're all so low, and they've just been communicating, I don't want to tank anymore. You tank right now. And they've been doing a fantastic job of that. They kept themselves very level-headed in such a chaotic situation, and they thrived from it.
Impaled is an absolute monster. Again, we've been saying this, that he has a history of being a monster of a top laner. Has the death cap, Woda and Hourglass finished. Some magic resistance to back him up a little bit as well. Looking for that Spirit Visage. Possibly with that Blasting Wand and Abyssal Scepter, some more damage as well. An absolute monstrous team right now from Overhyped as they're working now onto this bottom lane here. IVR might be a great Kog'Maw player, but he's never alive. Constantly getting picked off all in.
Pyramid really needs to invest in that that Mikhail's Crucible. You can see he's starting to build it right now, but it's too late.
Here comes the Righteous Glory. Vandal wants to fight this. They go all in onto a Strange Charm. Is that their focus, though? It is, but 2K Chatman goes down despite him engaging a Strange Charm. Caught now by the Maokai. They're going in one by one. This is not what they want. Paratum's going to go down. Vandal are getting demolished right now. Marzom's still alive, but a Strange Charm gets a killing spree. He was the one engaged on. Overhyped are taking this game. The Ash Arrow flying through the base. Ash is still alive. Takes the tower. There goes the death game. Overhyped are going to take Game 3 of the series, and they move on to the semifinals.
Congratulations to Overhyped. You guys played fantastically this game.
That was seriously some impressive play there. You saw Vandal desperately going for that desperation fight at the end there, but they went in one by one onto a Strange Charm. First, the Jarvan goes in. Oh, whoops, I didn't kill her. Send in the Maokai. Nope, he didn't do it either. A Strange Charm survived all of that with that rather unique Bloodthirster Phantom Dancer rush on Ashe there. Basically a weird, like, tanky backline Ashe, this really strange composition. And as Asheen mentioned here, during that really extended multiple Baron fight there, Overhyped constantly at low health, a Heist landing hook after hook, constantly getting the picks for his team, rotating who's tanking, rotating who's the main damage source, who's the priority. An absolutely dominated performance here. 33 minutes flat, basically, for Overhyped. And that was really, really well done. But Real quick, guys, we're going to toss it back over to Blind Spiral and the analyst desk for that one. They might have some more information for us on the earlier games as well from Overhyped. So let's see what they have for us. Take it away, guys.
All right, yeah, Blind Spiral here. Going to go ahead and pull the stats up for that last game. Congratulations to Overhyped picking up the win in the match there. Very, very close game, but in the end, they pull it out and defeat VG. So 2-1 series in favor of Overhyped. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the other guys back in here, Storm and Yimmy. Hopefully Skype will work with us this time. We'll have to wait and see, but let's see. There's Yimmy is in here. I think Storm is as well, so let's go ahead and talk about those matches, guys. Bit of an interesting game the way it went and unfolded, but in the end, Overhyped went ahead and picked up the win there in the end, so they'll move on to the semifinals as well. What are our thoughts on that match?
Yeah, I was talking to Yumi during the match, and we kind of agreed. It just seemed like neither team wanted the win. Like each team was going one by one. Like, oh no, you guys can have this win. No, we'll throw. You guys have it. But no, in all seriousness, Overhyped played most of the team fights very well. They did get caught out a couple times, especially when CR and I forget who else got caught down near Baron, and then
Heist,
yeah. And then right after that fight, they were like, "Oh, let's." And then Overhyped was like, "All right, since we have one chunk down and one dead, let's go fight." And then they just pretty much almost got aced. And then they were low, and then they went for Baron, and then they almost got aced again. So it was hectic.
It was interesting.
Yeah, like especially that Baron call basically sealed the game for him. Like if they just back and defend their base, they were calling back. I think they were only like 4K gold at that point down. That's not bad,
not
considering
much.
how bad it was for them for a long time. But like I think the big thing there was Kog'Maw was just constantly getting picked out of position, like over and over again, getting the Asher out of the face.
Yeah,
that shouldn't happen.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if maybe that was just a maybe something newer that Javier had picked up or not as comfortable with, because like you said, there were a couple times where he just wasn't in the right spot. Like when he was trying to steal a Baron, it's like, okay, I get you got to be over the wall.
I disagree with that even. Like you shouldn't be that close without any vision of it, because they were easily able to pick him off like right after that too.
That's
like
true,
they just hopped over the wall and killed him.
Yeah, I think Heist ulted him. I think Strange Charms Enchanted Crystal Arrow actually missed, but the Depth Charge obviously doesn't, and picked up the kill there. So that means that Overhyped will be taking on Icebreaker's Cool Blast in another rematch that we saw. That's actually interesting because that was the second game that we saw stream. The first game that we saw, interestingly enough, fun fact here, first game that we had on stream was Jordan's Gone Wild against Nineline. Your teams played each other, but Storm, you didn't participate in that match. The second game was Overhyped against Icebreaker's Cool Blast, and that was a lot of action there early on in those games, but Icebreakers picked up the win, so they were probably here watching that game as well. So, interesting series. I would have to say early prediction for that one might go in favor of Icebreakers, simply because it was a little bit sloppy from Overhyped here. Apparently Overhyped had been having a really good week, and so maybe this was a bit of a hiccup for them here, but they have another week to prepare. But wanted to get your guys' thoughts as well on that matchup.
Overhyped is a really good team, and it's kind of sad to see my old SHG member Panda leave the team. I'm not actually sure like what happened, but they seem to be like after that hiccup with the 0-3 week. Did they go 0-3 last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just seems like they kind of came back and they practice, and they just need to practice a little bit more, because Icebreaker School Blast is actually a pretty good team. Even though they went 0-3 last week, we just scrimmed them a couple days ago, and they're looking good. So that game, I think, is going to be very, very good next week.
And what about you, Yumi? How are you feeling about the games next week?
They did go 1-2, yeah.
1-2. I don't know.
I feel like this is no offense to Panda, but I think Charm's like a huge upgraded AD carry for him. Like I think Strange Charms is a really, really good AD carry. I've played with him for a long time,
Yeah, he's
so
your
maybe
teammate.
I'm a little biased.
He's been
but
on your team for since I've known you in NGG, which has been probably about a year and a half, maybe a little bit more than that. He's been your teammate, and you lane with the guy.
yeah,
So,
like I mean, it's no offense to Panda. Like Panda's a really good player too. Just I think Charm's a little better, and I think like they have communication issues. Like there was that one point where Charm arrowed the Kog'Maw under tower, and no one else really followed up on it because there was really no like. It's just one of those things that you can flesh out with practice.
yeah, that's one of the things that they'll have another week to work on that. So, so yeah, that'll do it. We have our game set for next week, guys. That is, of course, Team Blue Milk taking on EXO, and Icebreaker's Cool Blast taking on Overhyped. So, thanks for coming out and talking to us, Yimmy and Storm. Yimmy, if I'm not mistaken, you probably will not be with us
No,
next
not
week,
next
right?
week.
So yeah, so we'll go ahead and grab someone else for the end of this. Storm, if you'd like to be back again next week, we'd love to have you kind of with us, but we'll be looking to replace Yimmy. Thank God he was holding us back, wasn't he, Storm?
Yeah, right.
So
Taking up so much of the airtime.
I know, man. Totally. But final thoughts. Anything else you wanted to say before we go ahead and wrap this one up for the night?
I appreciate you guys keeping me on the analysis desk. I would love to be back next week, and next week's matches it's semifinals. They're going to be all four of these teams have to step it up. I saw a lot of flaws in each of the teams, but with a lot of practice, I'm pretty sure that they can make a good game for our stream.
Yeah, absolutely. And Yimmy?
Yeah, I mean the games are only going to get better from here on out. You know, you keep knocking people out that are not as good.
Yeah. Shots fired almost indirectly at yourself there.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh man.
Yeah, halfway through the sentence, you're like, shit, I'm about to BM myself.
Exactly what I was thinking.
All right. Well, thanks for coming and talking to us, guys. That'll
Thanks for
do
having
it.
me.
That'll do it for the night. Next week, again, EXOCC taking on Team Blue Milk. Icebreaker's Cool Blast will be taking on Overhyped. But as of right now, that'll do it. So thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching us. And we will see you guys back next week for our semifinals. And that'll do it. So everybody have a great rest of your night.